let's just roll with it. Remember, this is not live.
Yeah, it's not.
It's recorded, so you have nothing to worry about. Okay, all right. We'll put that in the video too. Welcome back to Street Rods. I'm Keith, and this is Liz, who has decided that she's going to help me.
Fighting.
So Liz, tell the car community what you know about cars.
0.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we'll just call her my brake bleeding partner. So anyway, she's been generous enough. This woman tolerates me. This is everything that goes on behind the scenes. She's supporting, she's feeding me, she's cleaning up after me, she's taking care of me, she's tolerating me. But she's going to be taking a more active role in what we're doing, especially right now. I'm going to help with videoing. So,
Okay.
heck, Liz, they don't even know anything about me. But so, Liz, where were you born?
Philippines.
Okay, Philippines. Where's that?
Asia.
Is that in Mexico?
No, it's in Asia.
All right, and then you lived in Japan for how many years?
12 years.
We were married in Japan. And what did you study in school at the University of Manila?
What is it? Dentistry.
What is it? You tell me. So you're a doctor of dentistry. You don't practice in the U.S.
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
3.
What languages are those?
Tagalog. A little Japanese. A little of English.
A little of English. You speak a lot. And then redneck. You speak a little redneck.
Yeah.
So, AKA, look at
That's
the boots.
4.
So, all right, so that's a little bit about Liz. You guys are going to be seeing her more and more. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to get into the topic of today's video, which is adding an electric fuel system to this vehicle. So you get behind the camera, Miss Camera. Just think about, what's her name on Dan and on Dee Dee's Speed Shop?
I don't know them.
What?
Sorry.
You do too. I showed you the picture from Hot Rod. Oh, by the way, it's Friday night. I'm almost off my pity pot about not being able to go to the Hot Rod Power Tour. Been a little pouty this week, but we got over it. We got the alternator thing fixed. We got the heater core out and gone. You can look at the last video I put out. All right, darling, release that. Release it. Take it off the stand. Look, darling. You do this stuff all the time. There you go. Grab that camera. Keep it on me.
I don't even
Hey,
see what's
look.
I don't see what's
Touch
recorded.
it. Touch it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm the star. Hold it up
Okay.
higher. Get my good side. Okay.
Good.
I don't have a good side. All right. Come on
I can
over
see
here.
your thumb.
I don't have any light in here
Six
yet.
pack.
Here's. Well, let's look at the table. Focus on the table right here. Okay. So what did we buy? This fuel regulator, the gauge. This whole kit was under $40. The pump was about half price of what even a Mr. gasket would cost you. I think this was like 25, 30 bucks. Comes with a filter. Looks strikingly like a Ford car filter because it is. That screws into the end of that. We got some wiring. We got a ejection switch we'll be using for the fuel pump to put in the cabin. And went and bought this tonight after our date night. We went and ate Chinese food. Tell you what, give me this. You want to see how many crab legs did you eat?
Oh, just 6, I think.
Just 6? And how many clams?
3 clams.
And how many shrimp?
Just ice. 3 hours. Like 12.
Packing it on.
12
Packing it on. Packing it on. That's a good thing. It was a blessing. We had a date night. But we stopped at O'Reilly's and bought this, but here's the problem. Now come over here, darling. Shine it on the side of the carburetor. This would be the carburetor, okay? This bolts into this. And it's supposed to tuck real nicely under the doggone it. I want to say thermostat. It ain't we know what that is. Everybody knows. I'm having a senior moment. Anyway, this is your choke. This is your electric choke, which I don't even have hooked up yet. The problem is, if you follow the path of this, it runs right in. It'll run, if you bolt it in right here, it's going to run right into this. And not only, I could move the coil, but it runs into this. So this is a no-go. So here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, you gotta follow me. I'm the star. I ain't no star. Darling, you're the star. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. So this little kit comes with the connector for your pressure gauge. It comes with 3/8 and 5/16 nipples and all that fun stuff. And I can do 5/16 on one side and hook it up to the fuel line, and then I can do 3/8. Man, y'all buying this? This was almost 10 bucks for 2 feet. Man, I could use garden hose. Can I use your garden hose downstairs for fuel line?
Yeah, you can. I can get a new one then. You can use the
Oh,
old
then
one.
you can get a new one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This is where in the last video I deleted the blower motor, which will not be going back in because we're doing the under dash unit. So if I mount this here and I'm gonna run this 3/8 line, man, it'll look pretty right there. Plus it'll be off the exhaust. And then my fuel line, which is down here, which you can't see because the light's not very good, I'll run right up here to this. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. Now, before I get everything ready, I want to show them. If you'll focus on the battery over there.
Where's the battery?
That's the battery right there.
Sorry.
Good night, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Okay, here's what I want them to see how quiet this is. This thing is super quiet, and this is a PN Super 12S. Okay, yeah, okay. I just want them to see how quiet this is, because this is going to be mounted in the back. Electric fuel pumps are designed to push fuel. Mechanical fuel pumps, which is on the engine currently and does not have enough PSI to feed this Holley 750. I doubt it's got enough to do a 600 or 650, or not Holley, Edelbrock. So this will be pushing fuel from all the way in the back, but get close up here. I want them to hear this. Pretty quiet. It's not like pumping. It's just like, I don't want to do it too much. Okay, there we go. So that is super quiet. It can be really quiet all the way back there. So, and then what I think I'm going to do, you guys are going to see it. I'm going to use these self-tapping screws and go right into the back side of the trunk. It'll kind of be like that. It'll be real close to the level of the fuel tank where it needs to be. Okay, all right, darling. Got my fortune cookie.
Where's mine?
I don't believe in fortunes. It's in your car where you left it. Okay. Say goodnight, Gracie. You want to get under the car with me?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes? Yeah, you ain't getting under the car. Look, folks, I'm fixing to get this, we're going to get this going. I just want to introduce Liz because you're going to be seeing her more and more on the channel here. We got some events we're going to be attending here shortly. That's why I'm trying to get this needs to be road ready. I've been working on this for a couple of years. How long have I had this car? Been 3 years. And I've never had it as a daily driver. You know, we drove it 2000. Oh, looky here. I'm going to hang that up. I'm going to hang that up right up there above the door. That's what me and Gabriel, we drove 2,225 miles last year for Hot Rod Power Tour. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. I'll get you back on the camera. Where are you going? You just wandering off on video? Say goodnight to all of our fans and subscribers. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
I'll explain that later. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome to the underneath of the Chrysler. If you watched the earlier videos last year, we did this fuel tank. I had wanted to put this up here, but being that the bolts are like this and not like this, there's no room to do it up there, not even cattywampus. So I don't think so. Let me double check that. Even if I did it cattywampus, no way to get into the bolt hole. So down here, what I can do is I can run, the flow goes this way because that's what it says. Anyway, I'll run a line, it'll go up here like this. I'll run a line right here, and then I'll loop this back around. I'll cut this somewhere in this vicinity, get this cleaned up, and connect a short hose there, and then I'll do my ground into this, and we should be good to go. So let me get this rocking, and I'll be back when got her done back here. All right, folks, what a pain in the butt. All right, I don't know how well you can see this, but here's the fuel pump. It's in. These two are vent lines. Not worried about theirs. There's no return line. Anyway, this is the flow. Let me get a little better light here. There we go. This is the in. We flow this way. It loops around, goes back up here. Two things. Number one, my air shocks, I disconnected, pulled that out, and the whole thing moved down while I was under here. Not far enough to hurt me, but it's tight. So I got that fixed, and then where I cut the line here, I had to go in to make a little bubble flange so that this doesn't come off. So we're all good. I tested it out real quick. The wire I ran up to the battery, so we're good here. Let me get out of here. I think we're done back here. This to me was the hardest part. Looks good here. Let me get out of here and we'll get up front and work on it. Quick update before I wrap it up for tonight. So you saw everything in the rear is done. I ran the wiring up along, let's see, ran the wiring. You'll see a red wire right there, actually going in that hole in the bottom, and then I've got it coming out the hole in the top, and it's leading up here, right here. It will connect to the battery, and oh, let me get the light. Woohoo! And remember, we got our super duper ejection switch is going to go right here. So I've got that looped in here. So tomorrow, it's about 2:30 in the morning and I'm done. Tomorrow, all right, battery went dead. Oh, my handy dandy fender skirt. Gotta put that back up there, folks. Gotta like that. Okay, anyway, battery went dead. So all this is disconnected off the fuel pump. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna mount this system here, and then my fuel line is right here coming up from down below, and then I'm gonna run another piece of 3/8 from here to here. That's gonna be pretty clean. I think I'll just leave it like that. So get the switch wired up, get a connection here at the battery, and hook up from the fuel line to the carb, and we'll be running this thing tomorrow. So see y'all in the morning, or whenever I get up on Saturday morning or afternoon. All right, folks, we're back. Look what the cat done drug in. He was you guys, this is a twofer. You got to meet Liz last night, and in the beginning of this video, now Gabriel's here to help. NWTI, Northwest Technical Institute. All right, so where are we at? Where we ended last night, we had everything in the back done. I got the, oh, can't really see it because it's dark in here, but I got the ejection switch in. Okay. Okay. Huh? Poured out fuel. Did it really? Yeah. What do you mean? Oh. I just flipped it for like a second. That's good. I just poured out fuel out of here. That's good. Okay. So this was my original fuel line that ran all the way up here. And you guys know on a Mopar big block, the fuel from the fuel pump, which you can see down in there, it all runs right up through here. Cleaned up all that. I'll do a block off plate for the manual fuel pump. And I think carrying a manual fuel pump spare is kind of out of the question now. I'll just have to carry a spare electrical pump, which I have. Okay, all right, very good. So all we really have left to do, we got the regulator hooked up, which I hope is high enough pressure for us. We've got the gauge. We just need to run 3/8 from there to the carburetor, and we're done with this. Okay. All right. So let me get this on the stand. Right here. All right. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. Hose clamp. Let me connect this on, and you can tighten it up for me. Then we'll measure where we want to cut it. You use nut driver. All right. Come on now. All right. All right. Go ahead and tighten that up, please, sir. Let you get that snug, and then we'll decide where we're going to cut it. Tastes like gas. I licked my finger. All right. Where's the doggone cutter?
In the toolbox, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I had it out. My cutter's not working real well. I don't know if it's just wore out. Oh, I bet if I take it up further. So folks, this is my cutter. I use this for PEX and PVC and everything. It works great for cutting fuel line. But the thing is, fuel line is so small, if I put it in here, it leaves a little string that doesn't cut all the way. Maybe if I put it up here further. All right, let's get a Sharpie. Measure once, cut twice, right?
Measure twice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But I think I like your idea better.
Yeah, so what do you think? Where do we need to go for it to look good? About right there? I think that looks really good, right? This stuff's
Black on black.
This stuff's like $5 a foot now.
Oh, that's why it's Gates Company.
Yeah, I know, but that's all they have. It's all
Well,
well.
AutoZone.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's get this a little better here. No, still did it. See, it left a little thingy. I may need a new
Just
blade.
flip it.
Get that knife and cut the rest of that, please. There's just a thing, a dingleberry hanging on there. Easy. All right. Good Lord.
Oh, my thought is dull.
That's not a dull knife. I cut my finger with it a while ago. All right. We need another hose clamp. Right there. Oh, gotta show. I did one of those last night in an emergency. Put a little bubble thing on the end of it.
Oh, a flare?
Yeah, we're gonna show everybody how I did that. But
With the flare tool, right?
about 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, but you just don't flare it. All right.
What do you mean you just don't
Here,
flare?
let me have it. I'll show you later.
It's like a brake line, no? Like flaring a brake line.
You tell me. You may know more about it than I do, since you're all educated. Remember, I'm not an automotive technician. I'm a shade tree mechanic. There's a
I'm
difference.
not a tech yet. Well, I do have my
You're
ACs.
halfway
You
through
don't,
it.
though.
You're ACE certified in how many things?
All of it?
Is you sure that's tight?
Yes.
All right. Tell you what. Why don't you go around and flip the ejection switch? You know which one it is, right? I showed you.
Okay, well, I guess.
The red one. Flip it up, and then flip it up, and then flip the switch. No, leave it on.
Oh.
Oh, it just filled up the carburetor.
Kill it.
And we're running 3 psi, which is what it's set on. What's it set on? I can't tell, folks. Oh, it's set on 2, so 3. Let me turn this bad boy all the way up. See, that's only running 3 pounds of pressure. That's not going to cut it.
No, it's not.
It's going up. Oh, it's going up. It just goes up a little slower. Let me get you in here, folks. I want you to see this. So there it goes. It's going up to 4. Come on now. Because I need around 6. I'm afraid it's going to stop at 5 because there's only... Oh, wait. No, that's all the way up. Come on. You can do it. Nope. This deadhead regulator is not going to work. I might have to get one that goes up. It's still going up a little bit, but... You never know, son, how things work. With constant pressure like that. I've read some Elderbrock's, you know, it says 6.5 is a sweet spot. I've also read articles where people have run, as long as the feed is there, it's up to 5.5. All right, let me open this door, son. Get some of that 90-degree weather in here.
You want me to kill it?
No. Fuel pump's got to run the whole time, son. The
Well,
car's
I
running.
get that, but doesn't it flood the motor at this point?
No, that's what the floats in the carburetor are for.
Oh.
It shuts off the inlet. So don't even put your foot on the gas. Just crank it over. Do it again. All right, give it a little gas. Like 3 hits. All right, that's good. All right, folks, I can tell you right now that setup ain't gonna work. It's all the way turned up. If I turn this thing all the way down, like the off, see? Let me try it. Dang it. Let's try that too. No, that's off. There we go. That's on 5. It's only running about 3 pounds when it's running. Juice it up a little bit, son. Just run it a little higher. Hey, is the tack working? Is the tack working? Dang it, I gotta fix the tack too. Check back here, make sure I don't have any leaks or anything. Should have done that first, folks. I don't see anything leaking. There it is. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get. We'll take it out and run it. Let's see if I bump this. If I bump this down to like 3, woo, that's nothing. That's back up on 5. No. You know what? This just isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to take this off and just run it straight through the gauge. That's what we're gonna do for now. I was running 4 pounds with the mechanical and it wasn't enough, feeding it enough. So, but then again, hey, just hit it real quick. All right, we're gonna try it. Tell you what, give me a minute, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Don't think it's ever ran better. That fuel pressure, why is the fuel pressure at 0? That don't make no sense. The fuel pump's on, right? It's gotta be, it's running. Anyway, we got some lining out to do. The fuel pump's on. Temperature is a little above 180. It's just been sitting here idling for about 10 minutes after we drove it. That's all good. We're gonna get the air shocks pumped back up. I disconnected those accidentally last night. Airing a couple tires. And I think, yeah, don't touch that. It's hot. So we, it's gotta be running, son. It's running, because it's running. Fuel line underneath there, that ain't good. Not at all. I think what I'm gonna do is route this up through here. There's a hole in there. And put the fuel filter like right here. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this out because it's obviously not, it's just not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So, running good, that's a plus. We need to get this tweaked out a little bit, so we'll be back. Don't know when, got grandbaby coming over here shortly. Maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow afternoon. But we'll get this video wrapped up for y'all. Say goodnight, Gracie. Okay, folks. Look, when you on a fuel line, brake line, whatever, if you just do a normal flare with this tool right here, that's what you're gonna get. You try to put a fuel line over that. Trust me, I've done it. It'll cut right to the fuel line. What you want to do. Ideally, you want to make a bubble. I don't have a tool for that. I call this a bubble right here. It's not sharp or anything like that. Can y'all see that? Okay, how do you do that? So if I take, I think this is 5/16. Right there. Yeah, right there. Okay, if I put this pipe in here, doesn't matter what side it's on at this point. And I run this down in there, it's gonna flare it and have the sharp edge. That's what you want for like a flare nut when you put a nut on, and so it seats. I didn't want that, so what I figured out last night was if I take it on the flat edge and take it up just a hair, and I've got a bolt that I was using, certain size, right here. Oh, now it won't. Okay, give me just a second because I got to make that hole is cut. I got to ream that out a little bit. Be right. Just give me a second. Okay, so instead of having that little adapter tool, I've got just a nut I put down in there. It's the same concept, okay? And I'm going to put this in here. Hopefully y'all can see this. And I want it just high enough. It's probably a little too high. We'll get it adjusted here. Yeah, it's a little too high. So I want to get this down low enough to where that can hit it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll get you a close-up here. Let me get all this together. And now you can stick this in a vise. That's what this is for. Stick that in a vise. But anyway, what I've got set up here is that screw is all the way down in there. So what I'm gonna do, let me get it started. You can already see the point on it where I used it last night. Okay, so if you watch, it's gonna be hard to watch. It doesn't take much to do this. And I just want a little bit on there to give now it's off centered. Oh, it's not on all the way. That ain't good. That's gonna pop and hit my hand. Okay, take two. Take two. Sorry, folks. There we go. Now, yep. I don't think I have it lined up perfectly, but you'll get the gist. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I think that's good enough. See how it's flattened that out? So when I take this off now, instead of having this sharp little edge that I cut a fuel line, you got a little bubble on there. And I didn't see any hacks on YouTube. I looked. I didn't see anything at all. I looked.
You're not supposed to be hacked. You're supposed to have the adapter.
I know, but you know what? At 2 o'clock in the morning. So hey, y'all can see that. Hopefully you can see that. We just did that. That's a nice little non-rough lip. So when you put the fuel line over it and put a clamp on, it's not going to pull off. It's that simple. I'm kind of proud of myself. You're not proud of me? Okay, folks. Waiting on the grandbaby. Like I said before, we'll get back on this either tonight or tomorrow. See ya. All right, we're back. I'm not supposed to say howdy folks, we're back, because I say it too much. But hey, there you go. All right, so I removed this and I just wire tied this, rigged this up here for now. We're sitting at 6.5 pounds. We're sitting at 6.5 pounds before the engine started, while the engine's running, just sitting here, just kind of purring, if you will. When I hit the throttle, see a little bit, so it's hanging between 6 and 6.5 pounds. So maybe right now I don't need this thing in the jig. Fuel pressure regulator. Right now, looks like I got the pounds I want, about 6.5 for this Brock 750. So let's get it out on the road and test it. But before we do, I want to tell you how blessed I am as a father. So here's my score. I got, for my wife and kids, look, my dad still plays with trucks. Gotta love it. Got some beef jerky, original. We don't need all that fancy schmancy stuff. We just need original beef jerky. And these are some trays to go in my toolbox. And this is I tell you what, go online to like Facebook Marketplace or even Craigslist, try to find used body tools. If you can find them, they're extremely expensive. So got this, had a little coupon we used at Harbor Freight. That's going to be my first body tool kit, which we'll have opportunity to use it on that rig right there. Oh yeah, look at Gabriel. Gabriel swapped his wheels. He got it. They're slightly smaller and they're black on this little Honda Accord that we're working on. I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, got a mess out here. We're sitting here idling. We're gonna jump in this bad boy. I'm gonna grab Liz. We're gonna go for a test run. All right, folks, we're out test driving. We're on gravel road right now, but oops. That just backfired. We're fixing to find out. Let's see what we got for a second. Be just a second here. We're gonna get it off this gravel road, then I'll romp it. We'll go down by the lake, see what we got.
We're gonna go to the lake.
Okay, are you looking at me or are you looking at the steering wheel?
No, it's pointing at you.
Okay, that's why you got that little picture in the back that you can see. Get my big head in it.
There's my Hudson.
let's see what we got. You can go ahead and point at the front now, darling. I want to see what we got. You know, that's in drive. It's bogging. This is in. Even a little better than yesterday. Does sound good with those turbos on it. Those flow masters. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. Just go for a little drive.
Ooh, that's sticky.
Pardon? Oh, it's getting cooler. Getting down by the lake. Just think, we could have been on a hot rod power tour in the lap of luxury in this car. But no! We had to do the right thing. And we did the right thing. Alright. Still in the... So, when we put the... we're going to put the 355 gears in the back. That's going to happen relatively soon. I've got some flow masters in the trunk. I'm pretty sure I've resolved the fact that I'm not going with the high performance exhaust manifolds because they're too doggone expensive. I could buy a set of shorty headers for this vehicle. It says that I got to use the smaller, I got to use a mini starter, is the bottom line. But my understanding, I think a 93, 94 Dakota, you can get one of those starters and it'll fit. So we're going to do that. Pretty good. True test will be when we get up to the, go up this hill here. Alright, let me pop it down. Alright, there's the lake.
There's a lake. Lots of people are fishing.
Too hot to be fishing unless you're out in the boat, getting down that deep water.
There should be fish. There, they're fishing. Here we go.
I don't want to get away from these cars before I do that. Boy, it's driving good.
Oh, sure.
That's a good way to have a door taken off right there. Tim's. Oh yeah. May tweak the timing a little bit, but I think, man, we're good. The real question is, now somebody's behind me. I don't need anybody behind me. All right, I think we're good. We'll talk to y'all when we get back to the house. Look at her over there. You evaluating the situation on pulling that engine? Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. We gotta say goodnight, Gracie. That's the Filipina. All right, folks. We're gonna wrap it up on the fuel system. It is what it is right now. It's better. This car, there's no doubt it could have drove on Power Tour. No doubt in my mind. But we might take it on Power Tour again next year. We might not. So what's coming next? There's a lot of stuff coming next. The patina clear coat, got to get it on. But exhaust, shorty headers, and yes, folks, well, the 355 gears, that's going to happen real quick here. And then we got to decide on a cam. We got to decide on a cam. I think camming this engine and the headers and the exhaust, that'll be it. That's all we're going to do to it. And it'll be a fun little car. Might even take the drag strip and see what 4,000 pounds can make. So, all right, you guys know the drill. Oh, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Please like.
Subscribe.
Please share. Please subscribe. I don't want your money. I just want you to just click that little button down there on the right hand side. Click. It's very easy. Subscribe. It's totally free to you and abundantly blesses us. So thank you all very much and be blessed.